Alright, you guys have been asking about my home gym, basically how I built it and what everything in here is. I see a lot of shit all over the place and got a lot of questions on what's that. I'm going to go over it, kind of tell you how I built it, and what it's used for. Okay, the main platform here is one of the most important pieces of equipment and also the first piece that I built. All it is 2 3/4-inch pieces of plywood held together with wood glue and screws. The top piece is a rubber horse stall mat held down with screws. The center piece is oak plywood. You can use carpet or whatever you like. The base provides a great platform to hold down your equipment, great protection for your floor and equipment when you drop it. This is my cage. I ordered it from Elite Fitness Systems. It's hands down the best cage I've ever used. What makes it especially cool is the number of pinholes that are in it. This guy has 1-inch hole spacing all the way through the bench press area. It's got 2-inch hole spacing all the way up to the top here, and 2-inch hole spacing all the way down to the bottom. This makes it especially useful so I don't die when I'm bench pressing. I can set the pins wherever I want. The J-hooks have a nice low catch. Makes it easy to pull the bar out. You can see they're also extremely easy to set. These pins are unique as well. This tube absorbs all the shock. The sumo base is a huge plus on this thing. As you can see, this is off the ground, so if you're an extra wide squatter, your feet won't bump into the sides here. It's also nice to be able to wrap your bands around here if you don't have band pegs. This guy comes in tons of different colors. It'll take anything you can dish out. One last thing to note is always bolt your cages down. These things are never meant to be used unmounted. If you squat in these and don't bolt it down, I think you're an idiot and you're probably going to die in a horrible squatting accident. As you can see, I'm pretty lazy about my plates. I like to keep them out in the open, resting against the wall for quick access. I think with weight, you get what you pay for. There's some cheaper companies out there that allow a huge variance. They can be off as much as 5 pounds or more. These are fractional plates over here. And fractional plates are pretty cool. You can dial in exact numbers, break plateaus. I like them, but they're probably just a psychological tool. So I'm pretty lazy with my bars as well. Traditional bar holders take up a ton of space. So my solution was this. It's a piece of plywood with 2x2s for dividers. It holds 6 bars. It's extremely easy access. T-bar rows are a staple in my workout. However, if you don't have an actual machine to do them on, people do them ghetto style with the bar, wedged in a corner. I don't have a good corner to do that here, so I came up with this little guy. It's just an ABS pipe with a bolt through it. It's mounted down to my platform and works something like this. Bar just slides down in there, swings on down. This guy will keep it from coming up and getting you. It's compact, costs about $5, fits any bar, and works. This is my $10 reverse hyper machine. As you can see, it's just 2x4s, some plywood and padding. I can set it at whatever height I like on my rack. Nice and easy. This pull-up bar is just 1-inch piping screwed together and bolted in place. Used athletic tape around it to provide a better grip. The design is something I came up with to keep the downward torque on it from ripping off and killing you in the middle of a set of pull-ups. The precarious little wooden frame here that sits above my chin-up bar is used for wall-ball shots. The heater was already here when I moved in. I just slapped on a new thermostat and fired it up. I can get the garage up to about 65 degrees in the dead of winter. When it's really cold, I go ahead and put my bar that I plan to use that day inside the house in the morning to warm up. I went online one day to look for a deadlift jack and found out that they're about $200. So in about 15 minutes, I made my own $5 version with just some 1-inch piping and bolted down with some 2x4s. These are my wrist axles. I got the idea from a website. All it is PVC piping, some hardware and rope. Throw your standard plates on this guy, hook them on, go to town on your forearms. This guy's a standalone. This one's meant to go around a catch pin, let you do more weight. Also got my Captain's of Crush here. Got various wrist wraps, knee wraps. Down here I got my sledges used for levering. This is a shoulder horn. This is great for warming your shoulders up for a bench. These are my Buddy Lee ropes. This thing's rule. And this is my PVC pipe, basically. Just use this for shoulder dislocates or warming a squat up or training someone how to squat. These guys are basically the ab straps. They're pretty cool. You just slide your elbows through here. I use my whiteboard to track my current numbers and PRs. What I do is make a matrix and put down my percentages, like 50 through 100%, 5% increments. Put all my lifts down on here. Makes it really quick to grab my numbers and set up. I also put anything I'm trying to work on. Computer's tucked away down here. I use it to log all my training and stream all my music across the network. Wireless connection is the way to go here. I got the speakers positioned up on the ceiling. They're angled down, connected to a subwoofer to give you a nice full blast of your music. Rings are one of my favorite pieces of equipment. It lets me do different variations of push-ups, dips, and pull-ups. These ones cost about 70 bucks, and they're adjustable, so I can really easily mount the rings just above my main beam on the garage. Use 2 eye bolts and some chains to extend the ring. Here I got some old school bumpers, but these are good for just training stuff. These are pretty cool. Just 10-pound wafers. These are actually 25 pounds. I built a little rack here. Pretty simple. These guys are power blocks. They're kind of cheese ball, but they do the job. They go up to 50 pounds. You can go in 2.5 pound increments. Kind of cool. This was kind of a cool idea I came up with one day. It's basically a cheap way to build a deadlift platform to raise my deadlifts off the ground. I got 4 pieces here. You can see all they are is 2 3/4 inch pieces of plywood glued and screwed together. This one, the top one, actually has a similar material as my mat there, just a 3/4 inch horse stall mat. Built these plow boxes with 3/4 inch plywood. They're held together with wood glue and screws. It's horse stall mat on top. Extremely durable, about 20 bucks to build. This is my glute hammer raised bench, GHR. I got this one from Elite Fitness Systems. They do a great job with it, just like everything else. You pick your own colors for everything. Adjustments, up, down, forward, back. Bench is tilted at a nice angle. Makes it perfect for doing your GHRs. Good handles. It's got the band pegs at the bottom. I can attach bands to and add resistance. It's a definite plus. What we got here is the Concept 2 rower. As far as rowers are concerned, this thing is awesome. Super smooth. You can adjust different levels. It doesn't need power, and it's got actually a display here. You can show all your stats. So one last thing I'd like to go over here is that I've moved stuff around in my gym several times. There's something to be mentioned about equipment organization and placement in your home gym. Just about everything in here has been thoughtfully positioned, such as I have my chalk here located where it won't get all over everything, but it'll let me chalk up without having to walk around a loaded bar and split my head open. Computer is placed, where I can log my lifts and adjust the music or whatever while staying out of the way of someone else's lifts. I left plenty of room here around the racks, plenty of shelving all over and hooks to hold all the equipment. And the actual lifting area here is clear of anything that would get in the way or be a distraction. Space is usually tight and valuable in a home gym. So I think the better you organize and position things, the better your gym really will function for you.